Hello guys, and FIFA 17 is just round the corner, or so it seems. Today we're going to discuss the new features that have been added into the gameplay. I know about the Alex Hunter, the story, journey mode, or whatever it's called, but that's really for a separate video. Today we're going to go over what they've added into the game. Let's see if this can be more fresh than FIFA 16, which quite frankly has pretty much died out already, or died out for me, more or less 2 months ago. So let's jump into the new features. First we go over to the screenshots. Let's have a look at them. They are fantastic looking. Thank you to the new Frostbite engine. So moving over to the screenshots, first we move over to that stadium, which looks really great. We then go over to Hazard, which we've seen from the reveal trailer. It really looks great, the detail. You can see the Frostbite has done a great job. And then we go to Marco Reus. His face looks so much better in this new FIFA compared to the other one. We then go to James Rodriguez. These are more the cover stars, but the graphics just look fantastic. The sweat on his head. Then we go to Martial and Hazard. The detail on which EA have done, they've done a really great job. I think this Frostbite engine has helped a lot. And last but not least, we move over to the managers. That has been added this year. All of the managers from the Premier League will be in. We have the likes of Klopp, Mourinho, Arsene Wenger. It is a really great addition to the game instead of having them generic men standing on the touchline. But I'm really excited for this new FIFA. Let's move over to the features and what's going to be in this new game. So we move over to the first thing, the set piece rewrite. From free kicks to penalties to corner kicks. It's all changed this year. Direct free kicks, they can be customised, the run-ups. So much variety can be added. Also, the corner kick system is a lot different. For me, maybe a little bit worried that it could be kind of like Pez on the free kicks and quite difficult, because also the penalty kicks have been changed as well. The little spinner thing at the bottom where you try to get it in the green, that is gone for this FIFA. It's so much different. It's nice to see they've added a lot of variation. Also, the throw-ins are different. So all this could really add for a fresh FIFA. It could be a bit difficult to get used to from the start, but I think it could be one of them things, once you crack it on the head, it could be really great and maybe quite OP when it comes to free kicks and things like that, and corners, where you might get it on the right spot every time and it's really OP. But let's move over to the next feature, which is going to be added. So the next thing we have is Physical Play Overhaul, a transformation in which players physically interact in all areas of the pitch. Control is now in your hands as you battle for space and possession. Now, that's probably due to the Frostbite engine and how they can change the way the game plays. The first thing we have is pushback technology. This is pretty interesting for me. This is you can trap the ball down when you play along the goalkeeper. That could be really effective for a big player and someone who's strong and can hold the ball up. Instead of just flicking it on with the header, you can bring it down to your chest, to the floor, and it can make for a really more interesting way you use big players in the next FIFA. Next we have new physical interactions. Player interactions come to life in realistic detail across the entire pitch, like goalkeeper collisions, cross-body tackles, 50-50 battles, jostling for the ball control while shielding. This is all changed for FIFA 17, which is absolutely great. It could be so much better with this Frostbite engine. I'm looking forward to it. Let's move to the next feature. The next feature we move to could show that big players in FIFA 17 are going to be overpowered. Of course, we have that new feature where when you play a long ball, whether it be from a free kick or a keeper, and you have like a big player, maybe someone like Lukaku, maybe someone like Giroud, they can bring it down into their feet, which could open the game up and make it so much more interesting. But we now have the 360 shield dribble, which is a new proximity-based shielding, which will help you fend off opponents and keep possession. Defenders can be shielded out as you dribble in any direction. So if you have someone who's big and strong, someone like Lukaku, that could be really effective to use in attacking situations. But speaking of attacking situations, let's move on to the new attacking things that have been added to FIFA 17. So now to the next feature, which is new attacking techniques. New options in attack give players more ways to create chance and finish in front of goal. Now, every year, of course, EA, they want to sell this game, they want all that money, and at the same time, I might hate EA for being robbing bastards, I still give them my money. But this year, I think with the Frostbite engine, when they say they're adding these new features, I think they could be a lot better than in previous FIFAs where they say we're adding this, we're adding that. But with Frostbite, it can really make a big difference to what they're adding. But let's see what they have got in these new attacking techniques. The first feature we go to is the driven finish. If you remember from FIFA 16, of course, we had the driven pass which had been put into the game, but now you can drill a shot that's going to be low and not fly over the bar. It's a new shot mechanic, lets players keep the ball low, well, self-explanatory really, finesse volley or when simply slotting it home, so it could be quite effective. For me, I don't know if I'd use it as much, but there could be some situations where it is actually really effective. But let's move over to the next feature. Next feature is the threaded through pass. Now of course we do have through balls on FIFA, we always have had, but on FIFA 16 it was really disappointing where you would have that generic thing that would mostly happen where you'd put a through ball and every time it just seems like the keeper, he would come sprinting out. It doesn't matter if he's got like 10 speed, 50 speed, whatever, he'd run out 99 miles per hour and you'd kick the ball away. This year they have added the threaded through pass. It's a curve precise into space, creating new scoring chances with a perfectly executed threaded through pass, so players with better passing could actually really be the big difference, where they've changed it up and through passes could be really effective in this FIFA, and I'm really hoping they are. Pace might not be the biggest thing still, but if you can get a good threaded through pass, then it's going to create more scoring opportunities on the next FIFA. Let's move over to the next one. Now last but not least, in the new attacking features, we have downwards headers. Greater control and direction, allows players to head the ball down into the ground, making keepers work harder. So it could be effective again if you've got a big player who can head the ball down into the corner, and our big player is going to be overpowered in the next FIFA and actually be a bit more useful than, you know, a faster player. But let's move over to the next feature. So the next feature we move to could be massive. We see Marco Reus there, Active Intelligence System. A brand new system introduced constant spatial analysis, increases activity off the ball, and changes the way players move, read and react. So this for me could be massive. Players, I'm hoping on this new FIFA, are going to make much better runs, be a bit more clever in the way they move, and when you're attacking this could be great. If you have someone who's ready to make that run, it could be so great for this new FIFA, and I just keep saying great, but good runs is so important on FIFA, and I'm really hoping this makes a big difference. But let's get into the features and see what it's all about. So we have constant spatial analysis. We see Jordan Henderson there. I have no fucking idea how he got on the FIFA 16 cover, but anyways, let's not worry about that. Now every player analyses the proximity of their opponents and the space around them to better identify opportunities in attack. When you're on the ball, your teammates understand if you can make a pass and adjust their movement to show for you or make a new run. So again, it's more about the runs in which the players make off the ball, maybe on the ball, which can be really good. But let's move on to the next feature. So again, it just goes on to talk about new run types. Smarter players and increased activity off the ball give you new and creative ways to open up the opposition. Orchestrated runs with multiple players, fake runs, stunt runs, and calling a player to show support are just a few ways to make control in the build-up. Which is, I can see EA trying to make this game more and more realistic as the new FIFAs come out. They don't want to make it arcadey, which sometimes it can feel fun if it's quite an arcadey game. But with these new runs and stuff, something that happens in real life, orchestrated fake runs and stuff like that, which they're obviously trying to add, but it could be actually really effective in this game. But let's move over to the last but not least new thing they haven't added into the game. So moving on to the last thing for you up, it is that EA have announced that they are getting rid of the bullshit cancerous EA scripting, which is fantastic. I think every FIFA player can unite and be so happy with that. But no way, I'm only joking. It's still going to be in the game, of course, but that's no worries. I'm going to close this video up now. Thank you very much for watching. I'm struggling to speak for some reason, but we've covered a lot of stuff that's going to be added gameplay-wise into the game. I tried to make this as short as possible so you could sort of see the information fast and sort of get a good idea of what's going to be in the next FIFA. But thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.